All right. So 2K is very saturated with a lot of hijinks. It's heavily saturated with hijinks. It's heavily saturated with all of these little animations, all these little triggers and things of that nature that is basically placed there to restrict or manage the player's ability, the user's ability to bust computers' ass relentlessly. All right. So they have this gimmicky, narrative-driven agendas all throughout the game, right? And it's not allowing you to just freely play basketball because you're being restricted and confined into playing and operating within the narrative. So we're coming down on a fast break, and I want to do what I usually like to do on computers because their defense is so horrible, which is I come down either on the left or the right side, usually the left side, and if you got just a little speed, you could just ride the whole side of the court and just whip around on the back door cut and just get a bucket all day. All right. So that's what I want to do. Now I'm going on him, and he actually jerked right to his left, but he jerked right. All right. So that even opened it up for me a lot more. So now what the algorithm is going to do is they're going to force me to do something, and I'm going to show you what it is that's going to allow for the computer to catch back up and get on defense. All right, now check it out. So I blow by him, I'm gone. And even though I'm holding the turbo, even though I have turbo, right? I'm forced to, instead of running fast, you probably gonna notice it there. I'm forced to slow down. Let me play it in regular speed so you can see it more clearly, right? So boom, you see that right there. Look at it again. That moment where you see I'm running fast as hell, I'm on my turbo, and when I blow by him, right when I got the cut to the basket, I'm forced to start moving in slow motion, right? All because of what? They wanted the computer to be able to cut me off and defend and stop my ability from actually just getting an easy bucket, right? That's what all of this is really about, and basically all throughout the game, you're dealing with scenarios and little bullshit, little funny style shit like this right here, right? Where you got an easy bucket, but the algorithm is like, nah, we don't think so. Slow down, stop, go this way, run the wrong direction. They could. In one of my previous videos, I actually showed it. They could just make you run the wrong way, especially if you're off ball and you're calling for a ball and you're driving. You'll call for the ball and they'll force you to overrun or they'll force you to dip off in a different direction, right? But look at this, all right. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's an easy blow by on this guy. There's nothing that he could do with me, right? So they have to slow me down. And now what? He's allowed to catch up, get in front of me, and cut me off. All right. And so now I go for this, which is another thing that I love to do in this game because it's so easy. And it's so easy that the algorithm also has an answer for this post spin move, right? Because a lot of times what they'll do, like at a moment right here like this, when you got the spin and you're about to blow by them, they will erect an invisible barrier right in front of you and stop you from being able to just continue to run to the basket because they understand you could just cheese this post spin. You could cheese the post spin all day relentlessly in 2K. But instead of them programming the computer to understand how to defend it or get in front of it or to muscle you out of it to restrict your ability to do it, they take the lazy route and they just put a force field around you and stop you from being able to continue to run, right? It didn't happen right here in this post spin, but I do have examples of it on my channel where you would post spin and you would have the go. You would be right past them and you would just stop running for no reason at all. All right. But luckily I got the file, whatever. But anyway, peace, man.